Get your ass some responsibility because it's gonna humble your ass real quick and teach you how to act. Okay. Hey, beautiful. It's your girl, Rebecca Zahara, and I'm sweating like a dog.
Yeah, it's your girl S.
I have hot flashes, so do not judge. Okay. We are on episode 13, and thank you for joining us. Today, we finna pack our shit.
We finna pack our shit.
But today we're talking about moving. And what to expect. I feel like I've mentioned this in a previous pod that I am getting out of New York. You know, New York is home, but
you gotta get out your mama house and get your own house.
I mean, y'all need to get up out of y'all mama house, okay? Because I'm grown. I don't live with my mama. I don't live with my mama, but if you live with your mama, maybe it's time to consider paying her rent. Because here's the thing. One thing that I learned is that there cannot be two heads of households. So if you're trying to be grown in your mama's house, you can't be grown in your mama's house. You got to get your own house.
I actually don't agree with you just paying your mama rent. I really personally feel like you should leave. I'm gonna be honest here, because whether you pay rent or not, you're still not independent because she is still head of household. And so you still gotta follow these rules, okay? And you can't be coming up in my house or extra late in the middle of the night or whatever you got going on, bringing your girls around here and stuff. I don't know what you got going on, bro. Can't be doing that over here. I expect you here on Sunday dinner, and like you here all the time anyway. So maybe you don't want to. Maybe it's no, bro. No.
You can't be an adult in your mama house. Like you can physically be an adult, but like you can't be an adult in your mama house.
I don't believe you could be a true adult in your mama house. It's different if you move your mother into your home, but if this is the childhood home you ain't never left and now you're paying her $600 for rent, I'm not necessarily sure where you're living at, but even in New York, you can find a room for $600 and be the head of your household. So,
but
get you some bills.
Get you some. Get your ass some responsibility because it's gonna humble your ass real quick and teach you how to act.
Because also, your mama don't report to the credit people, and we need credit. Get you a bill. Rent is a nice one to have when you could walk up in your room, apartment, house, condo, loft, whatever the fuck you want to. Walk around naked if you choose to, or don't. Cook what you want to cook, or don't. Clean, or don't. Some of y'all nasty. So.
First of all, y'all motherfuckers need to clean. I don't care. Fuck what you heard her say. You need to clean, okay? Because some of y'all motherfuckers thinking you grown and you walking around with all these attitudes and you don't know how to wash a dish. Your tub is dirty. You have a ring around you. Okay. So I am not here to judge, but get your shit together.
All I'm saying is that if it's yours, can't nobody judge you. So
you know my favorite thing about living on my own is like, you know how people love sleepovers and shit. And like when I was younger, sleepovers were cool. But let me tell you how I'm not sleeping over nobody else because I pay rent. I pay rent, bitch, and I can sleep in my own bed. And the other best thing is, I don't believe anyway in staying in anything that makes me uncomfortable. So if I went out with a friend, if I'm at a friend's house, if I am with whomever, as soon as I'm like not feeling the vibe, I can go home. You can just remove yourself and go home and be in the bag. That's my favorite part.
For me, the favoriteest part about living on my own is that I decide. Period. Like I don't do anything I don't want to do. I don't do anything I don't want to do. When you a child or whatever, or living with your mom or something, you be like, Esther, come take out that garbage. Ain't nobody telling me to take out no garbage. Ain't nobody I do it in my time. Okay? Like, ain't nobody interrupting me. Ain't nobody playing the gospels at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep on a Saturday morning. Just through the house and stuff. Like, with the Lord just, okay. And none of that happens. None of that happens. Just, it's something different.
And this is top two. Top two is when you have leftovers
And
they're gonna be there.
Nobody ate it. You ain't gotta be worried about somebody walking up in that fridge eating it. Nope. You know that this right here is gonna be here tomorrow.
And it tastes better when you know it's gonna be there. It tastes so much better. It tastes so much better. Just put your feet up, take your shirt off, eat it on your stomach. Whatever you like to do.
However you do it. You can eat on the couch.
You can eat on the bed. I was about to say some weird shit that I do, and I'm not even gonna say it because people are gonna look at this and judge the fuck out of me, and I'm not even gonna go there. I'll tell you off camera.
This is me like, what is it?
I actually did this week, but anyway, I know you like. Ooh, the suspense.
She about to tell me some weird stuff.
In honor of me moving, we're gonna talk about moving. So, Esther and I, born and raised in New York. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Esther moved to Texas however many years ago, whatever. I'm here to listen and learn so I can be prepared because the baby girl is excited, a little scared, but I'm ready. And so tell us when, bitch, tell me, when did you, when did you move to Texas? Why did you move to Texas? And I wanna learn a little. Well, we'll start there.
So let's start with, why did I move to Texas? First off, your girl from New York and shit. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was tired of struggling. I worked a lot of hours and I had 3 different kind of hustles and employment, and my ends just never met. I just was always broke. It was the kind of stuff where, like, at tax time, I just pay all my bills. Like, I can do nothing. I just pay all the back rent, everything. I just paid off because that was what kept me afloat. Is that everybody knew that at the end of the day, somebody gonna get a tax check and they gonna get paid. So I was in a relationship at that time, and I just don't understand why I was there, because I was paying everything by myself. I was doing everything by myself, and we were living together, and like he moved into my space and just so really I was doing 2 things. I was tired of the struggle, so I was trying to find a different situation, environment, and I was leaving a relationship without actually letting let the person know that I was leaving the relationship.
So
The
now,
plan,
before, look, cool, cool. I hear you, baby. We're here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then before she continues, don't do this shit. That is fucked up.
the plan was to get down here and then, like, with distance, be like, all right, so I'm good. Uh, which is what I did. Let me be honest here. Hold on. I did do that. It just so happened that
They followed that ass.
and people be trying to tell you what's good for you, and you don't know what you're talking about and stuff. Like, literally, they were telling me that I didn't know what I was talking about, and that it's not over because they didn't agree to it being over. So I'm here, and I'm going to be. I never really understood why, when someone tells you they don't want to be in your company, why you feel the need to force yourself upon them. Because, while yes, my feelings are hurt, but is this gonna make me want to be here? The fact that now you're like forcing me to be here. Either way, I was doing two things. I was leaving for both though. So I got to Texas, and I decided Texas because North Carolina didn't have no jobs. I had a couple of job interviews in Texas already, and I had been looking at apartments and stuff, and I was like, ooh, 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 I can do this. This I can do. The weather was supposed to be great. It's just a series of things. I'm just like, oh my God. My son was going to be like, popping. Just, ooh, we got this. So I came down here 3 years and like 9 months ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been a while. And being honest, was the best thing I ever did.
I'm over here playing numbers.
Girl, I'm just throwing up gang signs. But yeah, no, it was actually the best thing I ever did. And while gonna be honest, the scariest thing I ever did as well, because I don't know anyone in Texas. I didn't really know anyone in Texas prior. I didn't have a job in Texas. Um, I didn't have a place to stay. And I decided this is what made it possible for me, was I decided somewhere around March of I don't know what year, a long time ago before I got here, that if I could save up $2,500 within a span of 4 months, then it was destined for me to go. It was just destined. And I saved up like 4,000. So it was destined. It was destined for me to go. I got me a Spirit train ticket for $72 one way, and I put all my stuff in my best friend basement and went and bought nothing but work clothes, like business casual attire, like with the heels and the whole situation, the blazers, no other clothes, like no other clothes but work clothes. And I put that on my little carry-on with my little purse, and I got my heart on a Spirit. And stayed at the Quality Inn for 2 weeks, okay? Because I had booked it for 2 weeks because here, boom, I'm here. I'm here to stay. So 2 weeks is like, should be enough time for me to like, look, see what's going on, get my situation together. And boom, I never left. And that's not to say that happened within the span of the 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. Everything went so smooth. There's a lot. I thought about it a few times of going back home. I'm not going to lie to you. There were a few times where I was just like, because you still struggle. If you're running away from a struggle, but you're not willing to do the work that it takes to not put yourself in that place ever again, moving away to another place doesn't necessarily help just because stuff is cheaper there.
Talk your shit, queen. Talk your shit. That's what I like.
There's a series of things that I did not realize I valued so much in my life. And leaving made me acknowledge that and hold on tighter to it when I found it. Because I understood that when I left, I was just like, I'm leaving everybody. This shit is ridiculous. I'm over this. Y'all don't, this is just, if I was homeless, I would just be homeless. This is just it, right? I have no support. And while, for the most part, that's true. There's no safety there. But I didn't realize that I hung out with my family, my people, on the regular, like physically. I physically saw my sisters pretty regularly. I saw my best friend regularly. I seen like everybody I knew from high school. I was just surrounded by familiar. And then I came to this new place and they talk different down here. And people just be waving to you to say hi, like not like I'm a predator. And I'm actually homeless now. I came down here to be homeless. And I'm not really homeless, as in to say, like, I didn't have to sleep on the streets. But I second guessed a lot because while I was struggling in New York, I had a place to stay. And it wasn't like a Quality Inn or like some other hotel situation. I had a place to stay, you know, and I had a job and I was making money. And now I took this big ass leap and I'm by myself and I can call my family and stuff, but I don't want them to think that like I'm, struggling and about to fail and stuff. And okay. Okay. I got out here. I cried for about 2 weeks, the 2 weeks that I spent at the Quality Inn. So like the first 2 days, I was like, yeah. And then it like kind of hit me. Like I didn't have no place to go back to. It's just a series of stuff hit me. And I was like, wow, girl. $72 ticket. You ain't got no you ain't got and yeah, you got this money, but you done spent a nice chunk of this money and this Quality and stuff. Like, you ain't got no job. I went and I got this stupid like situation, like telemarketing kind of situation. I won't say the name of it, but you've like sold magnets or whatever to people. You have to call them and like sell magnets for their town, for the fire department, and da da da. Needless to say, I'm not a seller. I've never been a salesperson. It's just never been my thing. If I got to work with money, I collects. I collects. I don't sell. She's not the same for me. I ain't made no money. I worked there for 2 weeks and made $263. $63 for my feelings. I ain't going. I woke up every fucking day.
Bro.
But while I was there, I met this girl who knew of this place who knew of this girl who her job was hiring. And I still had a little bit of money and I applied and used the girl as my referral. And the girl who told me about the job did not get the job. I got the job. And I'm
So
still there.
that goes to say, yeah, she took her her rightful spot and bumped the other bitch out the way.
I didn't mean to.
All right, so this first of all, shout out to y'all that just pack your shit with nothing to leave because while I am leaving, baby, I just I I don't have it in me to just be like, I'm leaving tomorrow and not have nothing secure. You feel me? That's just I'm a planner, baby. So,
If
shout out to you because that was watching you do that was like, well, I was like, yeah, girl, you go there and fuck all these people that are telling you not to go. Because so many, first of all, the amount of people that have no fruit on their tree that will tell you not to do what you need to get done to get to that next level, they will have no fruit on their motherfucking tree and will be telling you not to do nothing. Just stay for nothing with no valid explanation as to why you shouldn't take the next step. So watching you,
or what they feel like is valid, which is not your truth. Which is not your truth, bro. People were telling me things, and I was like, "You do that? You you did that? Oh, when?" People were telling me that they were there for me in ways that I had never seen ever in my life.
and while like my sister's always been tough, however, her just leaving the states has like Esther, like just leaving. So for her to like think to do this, I was like, I'm here. First of all, there was nothing here for her. Like there was nothing like, we're here, cool, we'll fly out to see you. That's it. Like that's it and that's all. But like to see her just make a bold move like that, and she was dead ass. Like I was like,
Yeah, I'm leaving. Y'all, I cried about it. I kept crying in this relationship, and I was just like, what do you have to lose? I had already been looking to leave where I was living at. I'd already been looking at apartments and stuff. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. They want a lot of money for not great looking stuff. And I was just tired of not living in a place where my walls were like just white because they were, and like it just smelled like paint, and I wasn't afraid of like maybe a rodent or anything like that because of somebody else that lives upstairs or something. Oh, I want to live in luxury. I think I earned that. I remember being so bad and being like, no. I had went to go visit these luxury apartments in Freeport, New York, and they were beautiful. They were beautiful. They wanted $5,000 a month. And now in New York, you pay first month's rent, security, and deposit. So you want $15,000 from me to move in, and then I still got to give you $5,000 next week. I mean next month, because that's $20,000, and that's just rent. And I haven't even gotten my lights turned on, my water turned on. I bought no toilet paper, like. And mind you, I was working so hard, and I remember being like, I just want to have one job, one hustle, one. That's it. I don't care. One. And now, while even though I'm here and my one job pays it and does it well, I still can't seem to not have like one hustle. I see, okay, okay. With that being said, my hustle is a fun hustle. It's not a. I used to be. I used to be going to work and then I would do two people heads after I came home from work. And I would never be able to go to sleep that night because I got to do these heads. So this took me all night and I'm tired. And then I go in the morning and I go right back to work. And then I would like just literally do this back to back. And I still wasn't paying my bills.
You were the one of the brokest, hardworking people that I saw. Like, dead ass. Like, I remember I was watching, hold on. I was watching Esther work so hard. And how old were you? How old were you then? You were around but like my age now then.
25,
You were
26.
like 25, 26 then. And I remember, oh, I was like, why? Like, obviously I knew why she was struggling, right? But I was like, why the fuck is she struggling so hard? Because, and I think shout out to your struggle because me watching, shout out to your struggle because me watching you suffer was like, nah, cannot, will not, nah. And so because I remember you were home health aide for a minute, and I was like, you need to quit that fucking job and just, I'm gonna get you a job to work with me because you'll make more money working with me.
So when
And
I was working different cases like at the same time. I was doing overnights. I remember when I started doing overnights. Overnights, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was actually making a nice amount of money doing overnights. But that's it's overnight. So I was gone for like and I have a whole child. Like this is not conducive to anything. This is not gonna work. Like not for long. Like ugh.
not work life balance.
So I remember when I started working, I think also working at that place together, that helped so big for me to get out of there. I remember talking to Monty. Shout out to Monty, y'all. Shout out to Monty. I remember talking to Monty and telling Monty like, yeah, I'm leaving. And at that time, it hadn't been decided. I was just kind of talking shit. I was over it. I remember I had been over it for a long time, just talking shit. I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going to Texas. Like, and he was like, yeah, why not? What? Go ahead. Go ahead. Where you trying to go? And I was like, in a few months or whatever. He was like, yeah, no, that would actually be really popping. I could see you out there. I could really see you out there. And if you get out there, I know some connections or whatever. So, I was like, really? Okay. I remember thinking to myself at work, okay, that day it just started like tumbling in my head. I had got this weird phone call from my dad, and I had never ever spoke to him like prior to that, like for like years. So during that time, I had like got this weird phone call, and I was like, I'm leaving. Like I don't need no more stuff in my life. I don't need. I'm leaving. And once I said that to myself, like the first time, it was like, oh, I'm leaving. So this doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't even, why? I'm I'm leaving. 6 months from now, I won't be here. Like I won't be here. I saved that money up. Oh, I'm leaving. Oh, I'm leaving. What? I got down here and it wasn't even the easiest thing, but I will tell you that it was so freaking worth it. And within the matter, once I got my job, everything else this just fell right into place, like literally. And even when it's not as if to say that I didn't come down here and have a hard time as well, but it was nowhere near what I had to go through in New York. I've been blessed. I've had my job now for the longest amount of time that I've ever had any freaking job ever. Like, and I've been doing amazing. Like, I get promoted. I move around. I'm in a current position that I like. Like I'm not even like forced to do things I don't want to. Like I'm so grateful. Even though there was about 3 times that I was gonna come back to New York. But also, what you're not gonna do is be like, I told you so. You're not gonna tell me I told you so, and it's not even deserved. It's not even an I deserved. I told you so just 'cause I came back. Now suddenly you telling me something I told you. No, you didn't. So I don't do well with that either. So ain't nobody told me nothing. And now when things be happening, because it's not like there hasn't been trauma or stuff like that in my family and stuff or whatever. My thing is I'm in Texas. So I'm not really sure how I can help. How can you come stay with me? I'm in Texas. You have money to get to Texas, so why don't you have money to? Why can't you use that money to pay for someplace to stay in New York?
Okay.
I'm in Texas,
Um, I think. Well, I'm happy that I'm not moving. Well, that's not true. I'm happy I'm not moving on as shitty terms. Okay, so first of all, y'all, I'm moving because this state is no longer safe for me. Okay,
That is very true.
that's actually number one. I just don't feel safe here. I have horrible anxiety. I'm too paranoid. Like it's not a vibe. It's New York is no longer a vibe, and that's okay. It's okay. I hear you, spirit. Okay, I will get the fuck up out of here. That's number one. Number two is it's fucking cold. Okay, number two, number two, number two, number two is the weather for me because I just I don't I deserve to be kissed by the sun daily.
Amen.
I deserve that. Like,
Amen.
okay. And number three is for as hard as I work, I could just live and I live good here, but I could live just so much of a better life for nothing somewhere else. Like for not it's honestly it's fucking disgusting. It is fucking disgusting comparing just life.
Or if you compare New York to Texas, whether you want to be in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, kind of expensive. Austin, you could go to Mississippi. I don't know what it was, but it's actually really cheap down there as well.
I'm sure.
Go to Georgia. Georgia is actually a nice state, and it's pretty cheap. They got work. They got works, And now with the COVID and everything, I just feel like everything's going to be virtual. And how beautiful is that? You can go anywhere and work anywhere.
You can live just more of an optimal life virtually. Like, bruh.
Yeah. And it's worth it so in other cultures or places, they don't work as much as we work here. They actually make time to relax and to have meditation and to have, you know what I mean? And why can't be like that? Why can't I have a better quality of life?
Because of capitalism.
Well, since I moved to Texas, because really what this was just a test ride. That if I could leave in the first place, then I could do whatever. So while I made some mistakes and had to learn certain lessons and stuff, I know what to do next time. So moving here was just a test ride to getting away from capitalism because y'all got me fucked up. y'all got me messed up. And the things that you guys are teaching my kids in your public schools and private schools.
The lies.
Um, the ways that you set out competition for 85% of the population to fail is disgusting. The people who you choose to follow are disgusting. And I don't have to do none of this. So I don't plan on staying here for that much longer anyway, because I don't appreciate the capitalism that is occurring here. I don't appreciate the nationalism that occurs here. And I'm just going to keep it at that because
So I want to
that's
know. I want to know. All right, cool. I'm moving. I've been speaking that I'm moving out of New York. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Like I'm not even here. I'm here, but I'm not here. But what are some things that you didn't expect? What would you say were the biggest oh shit moments for you with your move?
um first was the culture shock. So when I got down here, I didn't I didn't realize how New York is New York. I didn't realize that. That I'm not gonna hold you. I miss the food. Oh, I miss New York food because it was just so many different kinds of things. Just so many different. And down here, it's Tex-Mex. They got Korean. They don't have like Chinese food like we have back home in New York. And I love me some New York Chinese food, baby. It's true. The pizza isn't good at all here. The places that try to do it, I'd be like, the Italian from New York.
And pizza is one of my top 5 favorite foods. I'm lactose intolerant, so but I will before I leave, I'm gonna bust down some motherfucking some of these pills and I'm gonna eat some pizza and some motherfucking bagels before I leave.
Sucks really bad. So tomato sauce just doesn't sit right with me. And I will take my pill, okay? So I'll take my pill an hour before because I know that I'm going to eat that calzone and the pizza. What do you mean? I'm eating it. I want it. What? So they have a lot of Mexican food out here as well. And I didn't even really know Mexican food prior. They got like these elotes and stuff. And what I will tell you is you can get nice and chunky out here because this stuff is like the barbecue, y'all.
All right. First of all, before she goes down, we can talk about food all day. We need to stick it to the because look at her, look at her, look at her. She tastes it's in the back of her throat. So what?
The ribs. There's this place that do this. It's this potato. It's a 4 meat potato, and he take the baked potato. He grilled the potato just however long he did in an aluminum foil on it. Then he take it, he chop it up, and he take broccoli and cheese casserole that is like seasoned. No, girl,
Broccoli and cheese just that's not my bag. But go
I
ahead.
wasn't. No, it's not my bag either. Listen, he takes it, he puts it on there on the potato. Then he takes whatever meat you're choosing, ups that on there with the scallions and the onions and the things on top. And then he takes that barbecue sauce, that whole thing, barbecue sauce. You be eating that potato for 2 days. 2 days for $10.
Outside of culture shock, what else
Um,
in food?
Not much outside of that. Like, okay, so I have to get used to hearing people talk the way that they talk down here. I remember I was talking to one guy and he was telling me like, I was like, oh, how much is that or something like that? And he was like, Sem, and I was like, how much was it? Because I wasn't sure I got that. And he was like, Sem. And I was like, and now in my mind, I'm thinking, this nigga playing? Is he playing right? And he was like, no, it's $7. I was like, literally, because like, I was like, 7? And he's like, New York. 7 is not New Yorker, bro. Like, there's a V there. Like, so I did have to get accustomed to that. I had to get accustomed to people wanting me to just speak. That was so weird. I was like, no. Because as a New Yorker, I don't even have the biggest New York accent. Like, you know, so I was like, okay. But overall, to tell you the truth, I came here to do something different. So I fully embraced majority of all the differences because I did not come here to do anything that I was doing in New York. And while there are some things I realized, damn girl, you might have should have probably ate a couple more plates of Haitian food before you came.
But shout out now to me bringing the Haitian food to you, and now you being able to make your own Haitian food. Period. For the culture. What was you talking about?
For the culture, because she making some sauce and legume and coconut white rice, and I'm about to make some more pickles. And
okay. I think all right, so I'm already ready to cry. I'm already ready to cry and talk to my therapist all the time. I'm already ready to be in my bag when I move. I know I'm gonna cry all the time. I already know it. I think I'm scared.
Because you'll be by yourself, and so you'll find
which is okay. Which is I know it's gonna be okay. I'm ready to cry. I'm really ready to embrace it and cry all the time. Cool. Which is why I'm also, besides the fact that like I want a dog, which is why I'm also gonna get a dog.
That I'm not gonna lie. One of the best things I ever did was get this dog because like he's so really I picked well because he's so chill. Like he's so chill for a Chihuahua, for any kind of dog, really. Like he's so chill. I picked well, and he's also companionship. Like he just don't nobody love on you like your animal love on you. Because even the kids, they be like, I don't really like this person no more who's raising me. At some point, they're all demons. So, but your dog, unconditional.
I'm ready for my little baby. I think I'm most scared of, and this is not even true because it's not even a real fear. So it's just the foolishness of how your brain be like, oh my gosh, pussy. But I'm low-key scared of like, all right, so I'm gonna move. So envision it. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna be in my own place. I'm working virtually. Besides me not having any reason to like leave, because the life that I'm going to create for myself, it's because of me not having to leave to go to work. I'm going to have, like, obviously I'm going to leave and do other things because, I'm going out there for the weather. I'm about to be bucket naked on the beach. You feel me? I'm about to be out here. Just wait, bitch. I'm about to be a new bitch. I'm about to be a new bitch. You know what? Fuck the fears. But I am scared of because of me not having to commute to work. I'm of what it's going to look like to make friends.
Yeah, work definitely helps with that. But what it looks like to make friends is going somewhere and making friends, joining groups on Facebook and things like that. Like there's all these different groups. I'm gonna show you a couple of groups.
I think I'll be more committed to Facebook when I move because I'll be like, okay, let me go make some friends. But like right now, that's just like not a commitment.
I just moved to this place. When I first got out here, that's how I made a lot of friends. And not to say that they all stuck or whatever, because some of them were very fleeting or whatever, but they led me to other friends and other situations and stuff. And they helped me really acclimate to this place that I didn't really know. So like, while you may not have lasted, you helped me like learn something else about this place. So yeah, no, it was actually pretty good for me, being honest.
I think the plus side is that I'm not okay. Whereas you moved and you didn't know like